Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 12 of our Timberborn playthrough. If you guys are new to the series, definitely check out some of the older videos. Consider subscribing to stay up to date on this series as well as others. Leave me a like and a comment, let me know how I'm doing, I really appreciate the feedback. We'll go through a quick recap of episode 11, and then we'll get into the video. Alright, episode 12 here. So, we are just starting out in Fall City. Before we get into it, let's go through what we did in the last episode, namely flooding this enormous area right in the center of our map. So this is going to be great. We came through here, we diverted the water right here, routed it into here, built a few dams to hold this in, and then it will eventually flow right back over here, right back down its original path through this this pass right here. This is going to be really good. It's going to give us, one, a ton of water storage, which I definitely plan to utilize as we get more and more dynamite, obviously. But also, it gives us a lot of farmable area, which we are going to begin to utilize in this episode. Other things we got done, the batteries are fully operational, which is excellent. It means that our industrial, our industrial area of Hillview can function throughout the dry season without the water wheels, which is great. The water wheels providing about 2/3 of the necessary power to operate this facility. And I actually just noticed while we're here. Let's just continue our. Don't worry. This is not the main project of the day, but I figured we could just continue our little building excursions that we got going on in Hillview. Because we're going to focus on Fall City to begin. So first of all, populations check. We were doing pretty good. 85 and 8. That's been fairly stable for the last few episodes. I want to bring up the population in Fall City. So let's get that going. And then over here in Hillview, 57 and 5, that's fairly good. We still have a deficit when it comes to haulers. We have 5 operational. Maybe we can bump that up to 6 breeding pods operational. Getting water filled up is obviously a huge priority. One that hopefully they are up to the task of. Over here, we really need some more haulers over here. In fact, let's just take a quick look through. In Fall City, there aren't really many jobs that we can turn off currently. I mean, like potentially we could turn off. That's one job that we could save right there. That's not, I mean, I'll take it, but it's not exactly like a showstopper. But is what it is what it is. We do have quite a few jobs occupied at the district crossings. That's okay though. So for today's episode, what are we going to work on? Well, first of all, we're going to start to work with some of this growable land down here. And the first thing that I'm going to do is waste a decent chunk of it. First of all, that's just calling out for a shrub. And then this area right here is going to be kind of I envision it as like a recreational area for the beavers of Fall City. And then we're actually going to use this spot right here as our kind of delineation between farming. This is kind of going to be our breakdown here. So one thing that I wanted to try, if we get the wood fence, I've never actually used the wood fence. But I feel like this could look nice. If we yeah, so I can make a corner in there. Yeah, I like this. I've never used the wood fence, so I have no real concept as to how it looks. But I think it looks nice. Get a couple shrubs in there. Probably get a couple shrubs in there. I feel like that's probably not necessary. Probably not, anyway. Let's see. Let's back that out. Let's back that out. And let's try that again. So let's take the wood fence. Do I want to run it up like that? Do I want this to be... Problem is, I don't like that that connection there. So let's see, wood fence. I think we're gonna have to do it like that, and then I'll have to figure out something to put in here. And unfortunately, that can't be centered. So why don't we do something like this? We'll do beaver statue there. We'll do a shrub there. And then if we go into well-being, we can get a couple shrines in there. Perfect. And that'll kind of be our, you know, our delineation between the two areas. Get a couple more shrubs in there. And then as we progress through here, this will be farmable area. So down here for our little recreational area. Let's go into well-being. I would love to get some Lidos in here. Just trying to map out how they would fit. You get one there. Let's see, I could do one there. I like that. Let's get a couple platforms in there. Go into well-being. Let's get a Lido. And then if we get some platforms in there, we could get another Lido like that. So that's nice. Everyone likes a good Lido. Not the temple. We have plans for the temple. You better believe we got plans for the temple. But those plans are not currently. So let's get a couple things like that, and then let's kind of work with our paths here. Okay, and now let's see what else we can do. So, can we fit another campfire in here? Oh, we can. Probably fit a few campfires. What else we got? Got the carousel. Problem with the carousel is it requires power. So does the mud bath. Temple does not. Lido does not. The showers. Let's unlock the showers. It's only 50. It's only 50 science. Could get like a row of showers. That doesn't really seem very doesn't really seem very private now, does it? What if I brought them up here? Okay, let's do this. Let's delete this Lido. Let's grab a Lido here. Shift it over. Delete that path. Put it back in. Right there. And now, if we get double platforms like that, and then a bunch of single platforms, we can run the path through here, connect that up. And let's see, so if we go into decoration, we get a bunch of shrubs up there. Kind of a wall of shrubs. Like that. And then if we go into our well-being, we can go ahead and get our showers. We can get 4 showers in right there. And then we can also shield them from this side with shrubs. If we get a platform in there, we can add fence in. We have a bell. Let's unlock the bell. Ooh, I like the bell a lot. Yeah, the bell looks really good. No idea where I want to put the bell. But we're definitely going to have one. Let's continue to map this out, and then we can find some space to fit the bell in. So let's get another campfire. Campfire there. A couple campfires in there. Connect that up. Connect that up. I could get a campfire in there, but I kind of don't want to. Yeah, let's get the bench. Actually, let's get rid of that campfire. And let's come in here, let's get some benches in here. We can go ahead and get the bell right here. Get some shrubs in there. I'm just trying to think of, you know, what would look nice. Not another statue. I kind of think... kind of wish that there was, like... just a little bit more in the decoration category, because I don't just want to fill this in with shrubs. That would be ridiculous. Then again, though, could never have too many shrubs. Let's get that filled in. That's a ridiculous amount of building. It's an absurd amount of shrubs, if I'm being honest. But I'm all about it. I'm all about giving the beavers the privacy for the showers, you know. Anyway, moving on to this buildable area. So I'm envisioning eventually we'll have another district somewhere out here. Now I don't know how far out we're gonna go, but we can, for the most part, get all the way down this path. So for now, that's kind of what I'm gonna work with. So as far as growable land goes, this area up here is not growable. And what I would love to do is just blow it away. But for now, because we don't have the dynamite, we're not going to explore that possibility. So let's see. For now, we are going to, let's get some storage in here. Medium warehouse, medium warehouse. And then, obviously, we're going to put our farmhouses on top. Let's make this highest priority. And then if we come back in here, let's see, we're going to need paths, obviously, up here. But then we're going to need paths coming down as well. So if we get a path coming down there, path coming up there, and now, yeah, you can see that that does not reach all the way over into there, so we're going to need a similar setup over here, not that one. So let's get some stairs down. Let's get that connected up. And now we can plant in this whole area, and we can make it just about to there. Not a huge area, but I'm thinking we're gonna plant more specialty crops over here. Some of the things that I haven't, I've never experienced, like soybean. So soybean, if I'm correct, needs to be, yes, fermented. So soybean... what is that? Soybean plus oil? Is that correct? Yeah, oil press. Okay, so the oil press is 1-to-1. The soybean is 6 soybean, 1 oil into 20. 20 what? What are they called? 20 fermented soybean in the fermenter. Okay, so we need to grow both soybean and whatever this is, canola. So let's do the canola. Kind of like that. So this whole area will be canola. So if we come into here, we can set these to canola. And then why don't we get another one of those kind of right down here. So if we get a single path, and it needs to be big enough to hold 2 of these facilities. We need something like that. Stairs coming down. Path up there. And then let's get some more storage. These will store canola. So let's get the canola in there. I have no concept as to how much canola I'm going to need. But hey, you know, is what it is. It is what it is. And then I think I'll just kind of run a path down there as well. Get that connected in. So now they should be able to access, yeah. So this will kind of be the extent of our farmable area down here. And truthfully, I kind of want to relocate this path before we get too far into this. Yeah, for sure. So let's delete this path. And then similarly, similarly, ooh, I kind of just want to shift that whole thing backwards just to, yeah, let's do it. We're gonna shift that whole thing back 1. And then if I want to delete this path, let's go to nothing there. Get rid of that. And then that is mostly on platforms, so I'm okay with where that's sitting currently. And what we'll do is we will do this. Connect that up. And then, you guessed it, shrub. And then here, we will run this path along here. Like that. And then we can come in here, a couple shrubs. And then when we come into our plantable area, canola, this whole area can now be planted for canola. And let's put all of this madness. This is all highest priority. Build all of that before you get to any of this. Because this is just not the priority. In no way, shape, or form is this the priority. I would like to set one of these as overflow for the canola in the event that we need it. But we'll hold off on that for the time being. So now let's see, we need something like that. And then, not that. And then that should do. With a double platform there. Stairs going up. Get our path over here. I like to just give them one little path to get onto the land so that they're not just walking through these railings. Totally unnecessary, but it's just kind of the way. It's just one of those things that I like to do. So then this will be for canola as well. We'll run that up there. get our farmhouses up here. Like that. So now these will be able to reach all the way to there. But I think that we can improve that. We grab this. Like that. Then we get that onto there. Yeah, so now we have a ton of growable area, and we can get all the way to about there. So let's grab this. I believe that that is what we've got to work with. And let's just confirm. So if we come into here, yep, that is exactly what we've got to go with. Okay, so that is going to be a ton of canola. And now how is the canola processed? It's processed in an oil press, which needs power. Okay, interesting. So now the question becomes, do we route power from Hillview into Fall City? Do we import power? Or alternatively, if we go into power, we can build a generator. Problem is there's no real water flow in here. There's water flow over here to some degree, but probably not enough for the amount of processing that we're going to need. We could build generators over here, although I kind of don't want to do that, as weird as that sounds. I just don't know where I would put them. I guess I could put them up here. Might not be the worst thing, but then how do we get the power there without interfering with our growable area? Could put the power plants out over the water. You know what I mean? I could put them like out here. Although I don't really want to do that either. Doesn't really seem to be a very good option here. I think we're going to end up building it over here. And then routing the power. So if that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to kind of envision that there's going to be a path going along here. This whole way. So let's get this path in here, just so that we know what we're going to be inevitably conflicting with. And then let's get rid of some of that so that we can figure out how we're going to route this power. Let's come through here. Let's get rid of that row. Let's get that on there. I think I'm actually going to need this path to be able to do this. Because I would love to keep the power up over here. Like this. And I don't know if they can build this from underneath. I really hope that the answer is yes, but I do not know. I figure might as well use underneath of here. Get rid of that. Might as well. So that'll get us a path up to there. Don't know why. No idea what that's going to be used for. But now we can drop our power down and we can run it. Actually, that doesn't make any sense. Why wouldn't we just run it on top of our existing path that we're going to have. So yeah, why don't we just run it like this? So if we get those going, not really sure where it's going to go. I don't totally care where it's going to go for now. Alright, so let's go into our priorities here. Let's set the recreational area to the lowest priority. Let's set the Lidos to moderately low. I guess they could build those, the shrubs, the benches, bell. Yeah, they can hold off on that. I'll also set the campfires to moderately low, because I really want this stuff built. And I also just genuinely have no idea what they're going to be able to build. So now, if we want our power plants up here, question is where? So if I were to square that off, let's just say, for argument's sake, I could then fit 2 power plants there. One. So then the second one would go there. So I would need to go one further, which would afford me 3 potential power plants. Now, I'm not saying that I need 3, but I do think that 3 would be valuable. And then I would need a path to get around. So if I brought this path like this, and then I deleted this path, I could then get 1, 2, 3. Yeah. The only issue being this one will need to come in here, get rid of that, so that I can put this up here. And then this is actually not going to be a path. This is going to be power shafts. So I actually don't need this row. And I don't need this path. Unless I do, to get the builders out here. That part I don't know. But okay, I don't know why we haven't been in 3 times speed this whole time. That's crazy. Why didn't anybody comment that below? If you noticed it, and you've been screaming at your screen this whole time, comment below. Let me know. Excuse me. So anyway, ton of planning going on here in Fall City. This is going to take them ages to get this done. So in the meantime, let's come back over here to Hillview, because we started this dam at the end of the last episode. So let's continue to work on it. So that's going to get them all the way up to here, and then we need to get back down to this level. So, what does that mean for us? Well, it just means lots of platforms. So if I get something like that, and then we'll get a double here with a single, and then a double, and then a single, and then a bunch of stairs up, and that'll connect us in there so that we can get back down here. Sweet. What else is being built in Hillview? Not much. Not much. Our water level is starting to come back up in Hillview, which is great. Let's do a quick water check here in Fall City. 1.7K. It's not horrible. It's not the best, but it's not horrible. Okay, so anyway, obviously, they are going to be building all of this because they got nothing else to do. But I'm going to prioritize it just in case. So let's get that built. That's the priority. Now, the other thing that I wanted to do over here is this. We are almost out of metal over here. However, there's another set of ruins right here, very near to our reach. So I think we're going to make our way up here with a pretty substantial staircase. So we'll need double there, something like that. Getting up there, and that's one off. Get rid of that. And what I mean by that's one off is, nope. I didn't need to build all that, because you guys know me. I don't build things that are excessive. I've totally never done that. But there we go. So now we can get over there. Run a path over here. Spin this camera around. We can run into there. And then we can go ahead and get a storage. We can get a large industrial pile here, which will store scrap metal. And then we can go ahead and get... Let's do 4 scavenger flags in there. Okay, and in this district, whoa, 35? Or no, that's all of the beavers altogether. Yeah, I was going to say 35 vacancies. Crazy. No, 13 vacancies, 12 vacancies in Hillview. That's not bad. Population is fairly stable over here. I'm not doing the big push for growth like I am in Fall City. Fall City is full bore on the population growth right now. All of our breeding pods are operational. We are cruising. 83, but we have 12 children, which is really good. Really good to see. Now, what I would love to do is open up these builders huts. I don't have the workforce to support it. During the dry season, when we pause all of these water pumps, we can open up the builders huts, and that'll give us a really good push from all the extra builders. But for now, we just simply do not have the required workforce to be able to accommodate that. What we can do, though, is continue to plan what we're doing. So we're going to need... What are we going to need? We are going to need... completely blanking. What are we going to need? We are going to need oil presses. So they each take 50 horsepower. One engine provides 400. So we're good there as far as the power goes. So we can support quite a few of these. So the question is, let's unlock it. What does it look like? Okay, so it's a square. Ooh, a square. It's actually pretty nice. Because what it means is that we can do something similar to what we've done with these. We can essentially do 3 of them. So let's back those out and let's get some storage in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. So I can get some storage in here, medium warehouses, like that. And these can store... Oh wait, no, I imagine that I store canola oil in one of those. Okay. Okay, well, still though. Let's do that. And we can continue to run our power over here, just because who knows where it's going to go. Could be useful, inevitably. But if we get rid of this one, and I put a triple in here, with a vertical down, we can go in here and get 3 oil presses. Like that. And then I would like to most likely store this oil fairly local to this area, so that they don't have to go an extraordinary distance to their storage location. So what if we got something like 1, 2, 3. So if we get 3 medium tanks in here, and then a bunch of small tanks, and this is where we can store the oil. Man, so much oil storage will be had. And I have no idea if this is even like a remotely correct amount of storage. It just kind of seems reasonable would be the wrong word, but interesting to me. And then I figure we might as well fill that in, and you guys know what we can do with that space. We can get a beaver statue overlooking kind of overlooking the fields. We can get a bunch of shrubs in there. We can get a bell right there. I'm all about the bell. And then I guess we could get a couple shrines in there. Yeah. I like that a lot. Okay, so we have a drought coming in, 2.5 days. Not sure if we're going to get to that drought in this episode, but again, it is going to free up a lot of our labor. Oh, and these guys are starting. They're starting their planting. So we've got the canola. That's great. I mean, we're going to have a huge stockpile of canola long before we, you know, have anything else. So, all right. So let's get the other farms built next, and then let's get this column built so that they can connect up to the land. And then I guess next highest, I'm going to put all of this platform nonsense on the lowest. I mean, quite honestly, we don't even need to build it right away, just because this one generator is going to provide us so much power for these. They only take 50 each. But after they get that built, I do want them to build this. This is lowest priority as well. Let's get that built, as well as the generator. Then they can work on that, and then this whole area here, that'll all be low priority, or moderately low. In there. Okay, and let's check these. So we're gonna have, how do we have these set up? So the center one is prioritizing harvest. And these guys will prioritize canola. Not that I think it matters. I don't think that they can reach anything other than the canola. Yeah, they cannot. I didn't know if they might be able to snake their way up to the kohlrabi or not. But, canola it is. And canola takes 9 days to grow. 9 days to grow 3. And then when it's, let's see, when it's fermented, it's 1 to 1. But then when it's used in the fermenter, it's 1 to 20. As well as 6 soybeans. So that is a tremendous opportunity there for Fall City to get a huge oil production going. Now, the oil production is just a step to further food production. You know what I mean? The oil is not a consumable food source. But then again, it'll still be valuable, for sure. And now the question is, I think what we're going to do, I think we're going to occupy this area for Hillview. And we're going to use this as growable area. Growable area for what exactly? Well, maybe some soybean. I mean, we did just discuss how we need some soybean. So let's get that on there. I'm also just going to run this path down there just for ease of access. And then we're going to do our first major excursion with dynamite. Let's get those stairs built. Actually, let's do that and that. So they can get that dynamite laid. We can take the top off there, and then maybe we can, you know, put like a little irrigation canal through there if we don't get full fertility on there. But I have a suspicion that we will, especially once this dam is complete and this whole area is flooded. I have a feeling that this whole area is going to be fertile. And then we could probably do soybean over here as well. Question is, do I want to dynamite this off and get it all down to this level? Probably. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, drought has started. Let's pause all of these. Let's get the builders operational. How long of a drought is it? 6 days, not terrible. We will leave our one pumpy operational, so that we can get that going. And I love the way that the suspension bridge looks here. Kind of going over that little pass, coming through the batteries. I love how this whole thing turned out, especially kind of because we kind of like tiered it down a little bit. Yeah, I think that looks really good in Hillview. Okay, so we're getting the dynamite laid. Okay, so the dam is going, which is really good to see. Obviously, it won't fill up until this drought is over, which we are probably not going to get to in this episode, because I think this is a good place to call it an episode. If you guys made it this far and you enjoyed it, I really appreciate you guys watching. I just wanted to say I genuinely enjoy making these videos, and the feedback that I get from you guys, the encouragement, the comments, makes it worthwhile. So thank you. Consider subscribing to the channel so you can stay up to date on this series and others. And leave a like and a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. Again, the engagement from you all is the best part. So thank you. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.